Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Oh, I forgot I turned my camera because the cat was here. And of course, you know, quality content you're all here for, which is the cat. But she wandered off. So we'll see. She might come back. So I might just tip this back up a tiny bit until she does. New camera, still getting used to it. Let's see if I can tip that up just a tiny bit. Maybe it did. Okay, awesome. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official LOTRO stream Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LOTRO stream. That's where you are. So welcome. Glad you made it. Awesome. I'm seeing some folks in chat already saying hello. Hello to the folks in chat. Awesome. You are here on the right day because we have got a bunch of giveaways for you today. That's one of the reasons I was a second or two late there, because I was like, oh, I should go take a look and see how much we have. And well, let's just say we have a bit. So we've got like 13 on my page, and yeah. So basically, here's what we know is that the LOTRO store, they've been talking about updating it. And by that, I'm pretty sure they're talking about possibly the external one, definitely got to be the internal one, because this is the LOTRO store as it stands in the game, right? Most of you have probably seen this before. And when we have those weekly codes, for example, like this week's code is Finesse Buff, a free scroll of finesse for 6 hours. So you take that code, and the code is Finesse Buff. So we go to this little spot right here, we hit redeem code, we go here and we copy it in, and then we hit apply, and kaboom, does a little cash register sound. And now that is in my inventory, right? So I go over here and look, there it is right there. Cool. So that's how you get things into your possession that are given to you by way of a code. Well, what I found out this past weekend, which I didn't know until this past weekend, was when they redo this LOTRO store, all those codes that are currently outstanding are no longer going to work in the store. So things like if you have a LOTRO points code that somebody gave you, that's not going to work anymore. Various things like that. So we have some LOTRO point codes to use for giveaways, and we kind of just every so often be like, hey, Cordovan, the SSG community manager, we're like, hey, can we have a handful of these so we can give them away? And he usually gives us more than we expect, and so we just kind of, we kind of hamster ourselves and tuck them away. We'll use those next time we have a giveaway need. So that way we're not bothering him very often is the way we look at it, right? Well, as it turns out, the codes could stop working as soon as next Tuesday. I don't know if that's how soon they're going to get it done, but that's the earliest that they will stop working. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and give away everything that we have. And today on my stream, which is right now, hello, you're here. And then on Before's stream, which will be right after mine. So for basically for this 5-hour chunk, basically, we're going to just be doing giveaways as often as Before can do it, basically. Because he's going to be running the giveaways for me. Thank goodness. And then I guess during your stream, I'll try to run giveaways, or you can. We'll figure it out. So one thing I'm not giving away, though, is one of these t-shirts. But isn't it awesome? I love my Before the Shadow t-shirt. I'm so happy about that. The SSG folks were at a convention in Germany last year in October, and they had these shirts because they were right before the Shadow came out, and they had these shirts that they can't sell them, but they can give them away. So by going to the meetup that they had at the or nearby the convention, we were able to get in on getting some t-shirts. So I love my t-shirt. Okay, so yes, so as some of you have noticed, Before has reset the giveaway and it is open. We are giving away 100 LOTRO points. So this is a code that you put in that spot we were just talking about for 100, and we give you 100 LOTRO points, which LOTRO points are account-wide. So it doesn't matter what server you're on. When you put the code in, it would be, it'll apply to your whole account. Unlike Mithril coins, which are server specific. So we're not giving away Mithril coins, we're giving away LOTRO points with which you can go and buy your mithril coins, which you might want when, say, Hobbit housing comes out with update 37, I believe it is. Or is it 36? I think, okay, before it says that we're on 36, we think. So, yeah, so 37 is the one that's coming out. And they're talking about, like, it's the way they're talking about it when I'm listening to, like, Chord Stream and when Scenario was doing his stream last week or the week before, when he did a preview of the houses, of the new Lindleby Hobbit housing, premium housing, they all seem to be talking about very soon, like August, like before the end of August, maybe, we might be getting this. So, okay, yes, thank you, Pamela. Yeah, she says we're on 36, so 37 is the one that's up next for us. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, so with update 37 is like a whole bunch of things. They're doing the stat crunch, because like right now you can end up, like we're only level 80, but if you're like level 140, which is the level cap for all of LOTRO, you can have insanely huge numbers for your, you know, your morale and the morale of the other things that you're defeating and all of that. So it can get a little crazy cakes. So they're going to bring those numbers back. So the numbers will still be relative to each other, the same is my understanding. But the numbers themselves will be more human scaled or Hobbit scaled, if you like. Yeah, so that's the understanding. So they've got a bunch of stuff going on with that. And I like, Enforcer says, Enforcer AG says, I've been saving up writs. And let's see, Hilda Galadriel says, yeah, me too. I already picked out the house I want. Really? Well, which house are you going for? I'm curious. I haven't, because the houses aren't on Bullroar yet, right? I don't think. I've only seen it through the video that Scenario did. So, Enforcer AG says, I have 3 picked out. I did purchase a bunch of writs on this server. I will say that. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, Hilda Galadriel says, I got to get the one with the indoor pool. That one looks amazing. Enforcer's definitely going for the kinship house and both stately houses. I can understand the desire here. Let's see. I think I put on my writs over here. Yeah, so let's see. Why did I have so many? Oh, because, so I tend to buy a premium house on every server I'm on. Well, every server that I'm active on, I should say. So we're on Treebeard, as you can see by the words up at the tippity top there. And so I bought a house in Rohan. And I bought the one, well, here, I'll just show you. Hang on. Actually, first let me get these ingredient crates because they're right here in front of me. And so let's just, you know, grab that tasty little snack. And then we'll run over to Rohan and I'll show you what I did. All right, so let me go to my premium house. On the server, I currently only have 1 premium house. I think Landreval, I have 2. Because I got really active on Landreval for a little bit, and I had, so my original characters were over on Brandywine. I wasn't enjoying the experience on Brandywine, and around that time I was there, well, around that time a whole bunch of things happened. So at any rate, I ended up deciding that Landreval was a good place to be because of all the concerts and events and activities that are happening over there, and it absolutely is. The only problem for Landreval for me is that it's very US, North America kind of time focused, and I live in Europe. I live in the Netherlands now, and so all the cool things were happening at like 8 o'clock Eastern time, but that's like 2 o'clock in the morning my time, and so I found that a little hard to engage with. But I did get characters over on Laurelin, and that is more EU focused. Like the kinship that I'm in is basically sets everything to UK time, and I'm like, yes, that works for me. So, so anyway, so I do have 2 premium houses on Landreval though, because yeah, I sent all of my original characters from Brandywine over to Landy with like all of my mithril coins and all my, you know, coins in the game and all of the housing items I had bought over that already up to that point, and like just all the stuff went over to Landy. So so a couple of we were trying to figure out on Treebeard where our kinship was going to get premium housing, and a couple of folks got houses in this neighborhood, which is the Rohan East Fold, as Celiflad will tell us here, or Celiflad, and which is the hilly tree, very, very tree-esque one. Like, you're definitely in the tree mountains. So one of the houses I really like, that was the center of town, right? And I like this house here, which is, was it 2? Yeah, 2 Ridge Road. And so I did buy this house initially, but I would phase in, and I'd have to raid all the way up. And I'm not good at jumping things, as you may have just noticed, to get to the center of town. Like if I was trying to get to, say, for example, the far-ranging stable master, which is the whole point for me of having this house, pretty much, and a place to store cool stuff. So I guess I could just ride up there. I was going to teleport myself up. So I instead sold that house and got, when you sell a premium house, you get 90% of what you spent on it in writs. So let's say a house cost you 20, or well, let's say even if you spent mithril coins on it, but it would you could have purchased it for 20 writs, let's say, then you get 90% of that back. So that'd be what, 18, I think. So that's basically what I did. So I like this house better because then I can just fall down and I'm at the far-ranging stable master. And I like the views from up here a little bit better. So, because I mean, look at that view, right? If I can, yeah. Oh, yeah, stay there. Like, how cool is that, right? Let me get rid of that. Like, you could just stand here and stare at this all day. I mean, we could, but we'll go do other things in the game. But it's lovely. Like, look at those clouds going by. And yeah, so I just thought I'd rather have this one. So I have the writs from selling the house and then buying this house because this house was actually cheaper. So that was nice. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Hilda Galadriel says the location is 3 Ridge Road in Eastfold because it drops you right at the Stable Master and Wenda. What did I get? I have 4 Ridge Road. So I'm pretty close to your ideal house. Let's see. That is the most perfectly placed premium house indeed. Although I do like this one. I really do like this one because I can fall down the mountain. And I love the view. So, and it's like, I love all these giant yards. Like I got one of these crazy cake things. This gazebo tower, which does not look right in a Hobbit neighborhood. So I stuck it out here in my Rohan house because it seems like the place to put it. And then I have a whole bunch, all the random stuff. My house is a little bit random. I have not spent as much time like purposefully decorating. Although I did go and pick up this colorful braided carpet. Pretty sure I got that in the Yondershire. And I think that is adorable. I saw it at somebody else's house. Oops. Let's take off floaty names. That's it. And I thought, well, that is really cute. So I did pick that up. And I've swapped that out from, I think it was like the summer one that I had before, which says welcome, like in Sindarian. So, let's see. So let's, yes, Hilda Galadriel says, yes, travel is so fast there. 12 premium houses on Gladden Enforcer has. So yeah, I think you told me that. Aaron Bart asks, is purchase the only way to get writs? You buy them through the LOTRO store, or if you buy a house for mithril or writs, if you then sell that house, you get it back in writs. Either way, no matter whether you bought it for one or the other, you always get it, the refund back in writs. So I do have those writs, so that's 22 plus 20 that so altogether I have 42 writs that I'm waiting for Lindell housing. I wanted to buy more, but I really just had to stop. Let's see. Yes, our bunny says, I like the one with the tower. That tower one is pretty neat. If you haven't seen it, let me see if I can get up there. I think it's this way. I did spend some time in the Rohan neighborhoods when they first came out. We went in, Before and I went on to the test server while they were there and did a bunch of checking out. Oh, this isn't going to be it. This is not far enough long. And did some mapping of where the yard hooks were located. Let me make sure. Let me check the map here. Oh yeah, I haven't gone far enough. Okay. And then, so we put some information out on the wiki about like yard hooks and things like that. And kind of did spend some time updating a whole bunch of stuff on the wiki about the Rohan houses, like the costs and all of those details. So we spent a lot of time in the Rohan neighborhoods at that time, but I haven't spent a lot of time in since then, which is interesting. I mean, at first I did. When we were playing with a bunch of folks that some of them were Bjornings, a bunch of like half the group were Bjornings. And so, and the kinship is named Bear, so, you know, kind of follows. So then I was like, okay, this is like the perfect environment, you know, being in Rohan. And so I got the mead hall. Actually, is it Eastfold or the other one? I can't remember which one I got. Anyway, yes, Palmela says that the Rohan houses look like Northern California with the trees, the mountainy terrain, and the dusky looking skies. Yes, very pretty. I agree. It is so pretty up here. It reminds me of living in Woodland Park in Colorado. So with a lot of the, you know, you got the mountainy stuff, you got the tall trees and, yeah, extremely varied terrain when it comes to height. So this is the one with the tower. So you've got for those of you who haven't seen it, so you've got the house here, which is the same layout as a house, all the other houses, but you also have this, we have two additional things. One is that area I was just hanging out in. Actually, no, sorry, the one further down. That area over there that you can also decorate, so that belongs to you, plus all of this yard you can decorate in. And then you've got this little darling over here, which, let me get out of the tablet, is this whole tower here. And, oh yeah, I forgot to turn my light on. It was like bright, shining in here a minute ago. Yeah, probably a good idea. So this is the tower, so you can go in, and you've got some decorating hooks down here. That's called Lookout Tower. And then you've got these stairs you can go up. So we'll go up the stairs. And then you've got a door here. So Enforcer says, 3 Ridge is well placed, but no view to speak of. Dog says, too bad you can't dye the welcome mat. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be cool if you could dye. Well, so, okay, that's an interesting point that you bring up. Because in Scenario's stream, he said that the welcome mat spots are now going to be able, because right now they're just like, that's it, right? They don't move at all. But we're going to be able to move them back and forth and forward and back, as my understanding now. So that's exciting. So it makes me wonder if he's going to start tweaking the welcome mat stuff, and maybe they'll bring in more options for welcome mats, because it has been a bit shy. Like, the variety of things that we can get there has been a little low, right? Anyway, this is the tower. And so you've got, like, you know, this kind of cool tower space, and you can stare off into the distance. I can't remember. Can you jump off of here? Maybe. Oh, I can get mounted though. Aaron Bard asks about quest drops. Oop, I might just be defeating myself here. I didn't. I survived. Barely. 15 seconds is a defeat, and I came down with about 12. That's fantastic. I tried to catch a little bit of the side of the mountain there. That probably would save me. So anyway, so that's the tower. I am really torn when it comes to the Rohan neighborhoods, though, because I like this one. I like the look of this one, and I think it's really cool. But I also like kind of the more openness of the other one, because it's easier to get around. So, like, for example, say I want to go from here. I'm up on, you know, I'm down here at the bottom. And let's say I want to go to the mead hall, which is up here at the top. Well, honestly, for me, I would just teleport to my house. So we'll start with that. And then I'll drop down and go over. Mapping of yard hooks. Great idea. Oh, yeah, Aaron Bard. Yeah, we were like, where are all the yard hooks now? Now, this is before the yard hook consolidation. So we still have them listed as, you know, big, giant, all small yard, medium yard, you know, all of that, which isn't applicable now. Some of those have been consolidated. But the huge and the enormous are still unique. They have not been consolidated, and it doesn't sound like they're going to. It sounds like they want to leave those separate on purpose, so that way they've got some unique features. So Anyway, yes, Bear Ship, Harbunny. It was just called Bear. The kinship was named Bear. It's kind of funny. It was from the Bombadil server. Okay, this is the house that I have. I have this house over on Evernight. This kinship, or not, this meat hall. So I do like the way this, like, the yard looks and stuff. It's really cool. This isn't mine. Oh, we're going to close that giveaway. Time to close the giveaway. Last chance to get in on this giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So if you want to enter the giveaway, excuse me, type exclamation point giveaway, just like dogs did right there. And that will get you into this giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So just to set some ground rules, if you win today, we're only going to have people win once, like, just to be fair to everybody. We got plenty to give away. We don't want one person winning a whole bunch of stuff. It just seems fair to spread the love. So if you do win, and B4 is keeping track of who wins. So if you win one of the giveaways today, let me rephrase that. If you win one of the LOTRO point giveaways today, we're going to ask that you don't enter any of the other LOTRO point giveaways today. They're all the same. They're all 100. I don't think we have our 500 anymore. I think we gave that away. So you're not missing out by entering this one and not, it's fine. They're all the same. Yeah, there's no FOMO. Okay, giveaway is about to close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and the winner is Swag something. Your name is there. You have been tagged by Moobot. So the way we do this is you do a whisper with B4, who is listed right there also, and send him a whisper. He will also, or he will try to whisper you. The two of you need to whisper each other. And he will give you the code, which you will then put into the thing. So congratulations to Swagonis. So make sure you pop up here in the chat. Let us know that you are here, because you do need to be present to win. There you are. That was the other ground rule I was going to mention. Yay, there you are. Congratulations. Let's see. Enforcer says, the tower property is one of my favorite to decorate. Created a fully fortified estate there with an Honorian tower, 3 wood watchtowers. I still don't have one of those. Some barricades, multiple ballistas, tents, troops, 3 stables, the whole works. That's awesome. And Iron Bard says, I hope they give us more options for welcome mats. Right? Me too. I do as well, as I mentioned previously. Hey, baby. You gonna come up? We have a Cateau hanging out nearby. And yes, before put the link of one of the pages, the Kingstead Meadows homesteads. Yeah, you can see some of our work there. So, Enforcer says Kingstead is still my favorite. Yeah, that's where we have 6 houses in the same neighborhood. I can believe that. Yeah, I like the mountain one, but I like the plains one, I think, better. It's just easier to get around. Yeah, I don't know. But I like the look of this one. And so I don't know. So I'm torn. Yeah. Okay, so the giveaway is done. You are doing the thing. And now we are opening another giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So you will have to enter again. It wipes the slate clean. So maybe just keep it at 1, because otherwise you have to redraw if somebody doesn't show, and it can get complicated. We could do it faster though. Yeah. So hey, Dame Hypatia, good day, dear gentle hobbits. Well, good day to you. Let's see. Yes, there was a Shadowfax announcement at some point. There it is. That the legendary world of Shadowfax is closed to log in. So you can't log in like I'm logged in right here on Tribute. So Aaron Wright's question is, if the server is closed but you still have somebody out there, how do you access to transfer? So when you come to log into LOTRO and you get to the selection screen, let me think, can I do that on stream? Yeah, okay, here, let me just log out real quick. Do I just log out or exit?
Just launch it. Share your desktop and launch it. Do you have a share left on here?
Hang on, I'm being walked through here or something. Okay.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
I should be able to do it right here, shouldn't I? Because it's the LOTRO screen.
It won't work.
Oh, it won't show the launcher.
Yeah. Well, here.
Okay.
Go there and then just change to make sure you're sharing the correct desktop.
Well, first I need to bring up the launcher anyway.
Just
What? Go here. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm here.
but you're sharing the wrong desktop there, so you want to go to the desktop share. The thing that says right monitor. Scroll down, all the way bottom, all the way bottom.
Okay.
Double click. And choose the other one.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll choose the other one. Okay.
Now bring up the launcher.
Okay, so which I have to exit the whole game, right?
No,
Just log out?
just launch it. Open the launcher.
Oh, okay. Apparently I can launch a launcher while I'm in the game.
Yes.
Okay, I just won't follow through.
Yes.
Okay. This is why I have my tech support nearby.
You used to have it just stay open.
Okay, so here is the launcher thing. Oh, that's true. We used to have to keep these open. So this is your launcher. Okay, and so you can choose here, you know how you choose like which server you want to log into. Okay, so if you wanted to transfer your characters off of Shadowfax, so I think, because Shadowfax isn't listed, right? Okay, so I would just hit like transfer, and it's going to say select the world. So if I had characters on Shadowfax, Shadowfax would be listed here. So it tells me here is the whole list of where you have characters and how many characters you have. And as you can see, as I'm hovering over it, for example, on Treebeard, if I hover over the Treebeard, it tells me all of the characters I have on Treebeard. Or let's say Landreval, where I have, here, declare that, 6 characters. So I could be like, hey, from Landreval, I want to transfer one of my characters from Landreval. So I would choose that world. And then I would hit next. We're going to not go too far in this thing here. But basically, then I choose, what do I want to do? Do I want to transfer a specific character or specific characters? Like I could choose all of them. Or I could be like, no, I don't want to transfer in my characters. I just want to do the shared items, which as I hover over it, it's going to tell me the following shared items will be transferred. Items in shared storage, items in housing storage, shared currencies such as marks, mithril coins, etc., the wardrobe contents, and your destiny points. And it will transfer all of that over. Or I can choose a character and be like, just send Adamantia, you know, and then you go to next. And so you just walk through the wizard. Let's just skip that. Okay, so that's what you do. So you open the launcher, you click transfer, and then you choose from Shadowfax what all you're taking, where is it going. That's how you do that. Groovy shroovy? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, and I want to go back to that one. There we go. You are most welcome, Aaron Bard. Oh, we're about to do another drawing. So this is your 1-minute warning to get into the giveaway. Type !point giveaway if you want to be in the giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. Awesome. Egg Arthur says, I just transferred my last character from Shadowfax. Nice. Well, that's good timing because I think you have until like the end of August and that's it. What else? Let's see. Egg Arthur says, I transferred to Gladden where I had filled up my character slots. So now I get the which character to make unavailable dialogue. You know, I saw character slots are on sale right now, I think. Because I was looking for something else. There you go. Bonus character slots are currently 20% off. They were thinking of you. My plan is to try to not do that and take my 13 characters from from here and spread them out over all the servers. So I will have at least one character on each server going forward. So B4 says, I feel like character transfers from Shadowfax should go twice as fast. No, just 1.5% faster. That's how much experience you are getting on Shadowfax. Okay, so what's that?
Rounds up to 2.
It rounds up to 2. Okay, so the giveaway for 100 LOTRO points is about to close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is bum, 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 Espresso Carl. Welcome, congratulations, Espresso Carl. I've started volunteering at a place, and we have coffee. And so today somebody was having espresso, which is the first time I've had anybody ask for espresso there, which I was like, and they did a double, which I'm like, that's some serious. And then they had another double. I was like, wow, that's a lot of caffeine. Anyway, congratulations. Yes, don't spend it all in one place. Wait, do spend it all in one place. Get yourself a house. Yes, before. Only 13 characters on Treebeard. Why so few? How many do you have right now? 14? Yeah. Yeah, 14. It's because he keeps making extra minstrels. I don't know, because he just loves minstrels. He can tell you why in his stream. So Irabani says, I've tried to resist hard, ended up buying one more, and now I have 25 slots. I don't actually know how many I have. I know I'm not full. I know that's true. Because I can make a new character anytime I want. Because minstrels are bestrels. Yes, of course. Okay, giveaway is open. Guess what it's for? 100. No, I'm doing another 100 LOTRO points. Oh, or not. What is it? Oh, it's the sleeping gray cat. Oh, we have one of those left?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. Okay, even if you've already won LOTRO points, you can enter this one. So yes, the sleeping gray cat is a housing item. He's so cute. Okay, so let's see. If I have 13 out of 16 character slots used here. So I could make 3 more characters if I wanted to. Currently. I noticed that every time they do an expansion that you go and buy, that you have to buy, it often comes with an extra character slot or 2. So my numbers just keep slowly crawling up because I'm a sucker for those, you know, expansions. Because I want, like, they have mounts and they have pets and they often have cosmetics, and I'm just like a sucker for the whole thing. So, and it comes with character slots. So I figure I'm going to need those someday. I mean, someday I might, you know, when I grow up, I'll be like Druid's Fire. Because, man, she's got like 30 character slots or 40, or the max you can have is in the 40s. It's like 45 or 48. Like if you were to purchase every single one of those and you had all the ones from the different expansions, I think that's the max you can have. It's somewhere in the upper 40s. Crazy. So, Egg Arthur says, let Shadowfax show you the meaning of data transfer throughput. Excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, so yes, the sleeping gray cat housing item is what's up for grabs right now. So you want to type ! giveaway into the chat if you want to have a chance to win that adorable little thing, which I have a few. They're great. I love the housing items, the housing cats and all that. Enforcer AG has 22 characters. I'm glad. Excellent. Pamela says, minstrels have a special place in my heart. And in my ears, because, man, they're loud. Yeah, although it's so funny because before almost always plays a minstrel these days. And so one of the things that we do when we're running around together in our kinship is he'll do a ready check, but of course the rest of us in the fellowship can't see that ready check, right? We can only wait for him to like somehow give us a cue. So you want to know what that cue is? Hang on, let me travel and then I'll show you. So, but yeah, it's an audio cue. So, yeah. Oh, was I supposed to go to Thorn's Hall? Oh, dang it. Well, now I gotta wait for the 5-minute cooldown.
That's good.
Okay, I'll make go over there. I'll just, you know what? I'll go to Thorn's Hall and Affadil can do their little thing. Everybody thinks it's around 50 character slots you can get now. I don't see you. Oh, there you are. All right, so what do we do when it's time for us to go? The Hobbit charge. So it's really funny because one of our kinship members, who often runs with us, on Saturdays, and he gets a little distracted. He's got kids, he's got stuff going on, and we'll all be doing the ready check and get ready to go. And then he hears that, and he's like, focused. Cracks me up. Let's see, we're currently on difficulty 7, which really is nice when we're running together as a larger group, like 4 or more. It's a good number. But when there's just the 2 of us, dropping it down to 3 is fine. So, right, 3? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to drop my difficulty down to 3 because just dying over and over again on stream, while hilarious, is kind of annoying sometimes. So, there we are. Oh, how many tokens do I currently have? That is not the right answer. Okay. That's right. Tokens of heroism. I have 31, and the cap is 60. And unfortunately, I cannot spend them with him right now, because not with this character, because I have done all 3 of the tasks that he has, and I'm waiting on the reset on that, so... But what I can do, apparently, is those tokens of heroism are shared among characters, so I could log in with another character, and and then that character would get the reputation and stuff. So whatever. Okay, so let's see. Yes, our bunny says, I like vocal characters. Very disappointed that Runekeepers do nothing. Made a new Stout Axe mini. Stout Axe is also, the female ones have, there's something wrong with their voices or something. It's really weird. Aaron Bard is battling with minstrels is a hoot to listen to. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I have this in here too. So in 2.5 minutes, I can go back to that Dwarven Hall. So we'll hang out here for a minute. Pamela is thinking it was something like 53 slots that you can have for characters. But some of those slots may be grandfathered in from expansion packs and stuff that's no longer available. Interesting. Okay. All right. Hey, Blinder Honges. Welcome. Good afternoon and evening. Yeah, it's morning to some people in the U.S., I think. Yeah. It's still morning for some of those folks. It's afternoon and sliding into evening over here in the Netherlands. That reminds me. So in August, Before and I will be celebrating 5 years of having lived in the Netherlands. Like, we arrived here in August of 2018. And then in December, we'll be celebrating 5 years of being having resident permits to live in the Netherlands. It takes a little bit of time between those two. So I was thinking we should do a stream and somehow figure out how to get like both of us on stream, probably with our headphones and everything, and do a stream together entirely in Dutch, a LOTRO stream.
Ambitious.
I know, it is ambitious. I think we could do it. August might be...
Try that offline.
He wants to try that offline first. A 24-hour stream. I don't think we'll do that. Not even in English.
Go back and forth.
Real quick, there's a giveaway for Sleeping Gray Cat, which is a housing item. So you want to put exclamation point giveaway in the chat. You must be present to win for all of the giveaways today. So make sure you stick around if you enter a giveaway, or if you like zip off to the bathroom, make sure you turn up the volume so you can hear your name. You want to pull it now? 1 minute. Use your 1 minute warning on the Sleepy Gray Cat housing item. So if you want to get in on it, exclamation point giveaway is what you want to type in the stream. You'll see other people are doing that as well. Let's see. Yes, Aaron Bart says, what a fun era we live in where we can simul chat to folks all around the world. I love it. Actually, the pandemic, while doing a lot of chaotic things to the world, it interestingly got people that we know from back in the United States to be more active in the virtual spaces, like virtual phone calls, Zoom calls, and whatnot. Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. It's weekly. We must have done it Um, so like we have video calls now with our parents, and and we do LOTRO with a friend of ours that I see her or talk to her more now. Every week we get together and play LOTRO together. I talk to her more now than when we lived in the same city. I mean, it's crazy. It's so wild. Okay, so yes, the Sleeping Guy Cat giveaway is about to close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, the giveaway is closed, and Dame Hypatia! Hey, good for you to be in the chat today. So yes, Oronia Lotro. That would be hilarious, she says. I think that'd be fun. Arabani says, you do not sound Dutch. That is because I am not, or at least not anytime recently. It's possible, this actually came up in conversation today. It's possible that I have Dutch heritage somewhere back in the generations, but further back than I know. Like, we'd be talking like great-great-great-grandparents or something like that. Whereas I know my great-grandmother, she went to the U.S. from Czechoslovakia. So, like, that's the most recent immigrant to the United States that I know of in terms of who I'm related to. Aside from that, everybody else was already in the U.S., by that time. So I don't know where people in my heritage are from. Probably Northern Europe. I mean, you kind of look at my face and you look at my hair and you think, that looks kind of like a pale person. Northern European sort of, yeah. I mean, maybe not Nordic, but like Irish, English, Dutch, German, Czech. Like, we're talking probably Central European, probably. It's probably where I'm from. Well, probably where my DNA is from. Or how did he say DNA? Yeah. So many days like asking about my DNA. It was funny. Okay, so what we're gonna do reset the giveaways, and yes, 100 LOTRO points. So we have a giveaway that is currently open for 100 LOTRO points. So jump in on that while I jump in here to the Hall of Ice. So give me a moment to get in there. Let's see. So I think there were some questions about Dame Hypatia, cat content for your house. I know, because you can't always get cat content on the stream. Oh, but hey, real quick, the cat cam is ready to go. We're using my actual phone now. Where did it go? There it is. So if she gets into her bed during the stream, we do have the cat camera ready to go. It's really bright and sunny out right now, which means it's warm, which means she's less likely to use that bed. But we'll see. We'll see. It could happen. Or she might end up next to me. She's done that once today already. Usually that's his jam. But yeah, Kato came by at one point today. So Blinder Honches asks, what was the reason to come and live in the Netherlands? So I guess the longer answer is that both Before and I have, in our past, found ourselves interested in living abroad, as it's called, from the U.S. I at one point was married to a British fellow. I lived in the UK for 2 years. That was cool. And then I ended up back in the US. He is now my ex, so I don't actually have a permission to go live in the UK anymore. So that, that kind of eliminated that. So basically, Before and I, though, we were like, hey, this is something we both have an interest in. Why don't we pursue this? Let's figure this out. Let's make it happen. And so over the course of a few years, we started investigating what our options were, really thinking about where did we want to go, where could we go, all of those details. And the Netherlands kept kind of coming up, and it found its way to the top of our list multiple ways. So we were like, sure, let's give that a try. And we actually came through one summer. Hang on. Hey, just a reminder, everybody, there is a giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So exclamation point giveaway in the chat if you haven't already. If you've already won LOTRO points today, you're not allowed to win a second time. But if you want a cat, you can still win LOTRO points. That's okay. Cat plus LOTRO points seems fair.
That's
That's Hypatia favoritism. I said it before she won. Okay, so where was I? We were, oh yeah, in 2017. Yes. Worldcon was in Dublin, right? No, Finland. That's right. Dublin was another year. It was in Finland. And so we spent like a week in Helsinki, and that was lovely. I really liked it there. And got to spend time like taking public transit and just really experiencing being in some place that was very much not America. And I don't mean that like in a positive or a negative way. I mean, I'm just saying like the housing is different, the language is different, the foods, there's some similarities. There's some overlap there. But the place is like not wall to wall, McDonald's and gas stations. Like, it's a very different, it's just a different culture. And the language is very different from English. Like when I was in high school, I took French, and then I was able to get into also taking Russian. And then we had like an after school club that was where we learned a little bit of Arabic. And then in college, I did some Spanish and Japanese and Latin. And none of those are like Finnish. Like Finnish is its own totally different sounding language. And so that was really interesting to me too, because there was one point where I was in the bathroom, and I'm used to, if somebody is speaking another language, I can probably pick out a word or two just based on how many roots share, stuff. Or I can pick out like, I can pick out something. Like I can usually tell something about the language. And it was really interesting. Excuse me, I kind of itch my nose. It was really interesting because like at one point I was in the bathroom and a couple people were talking to each other, and I was like, I have no clue what they're talking about. Like just completely in the dark. And in a weird way, I found that really cool. It was like, I'm in a new place, I'm in a new space that is just so different from what I'm used to in America. And I really was very happy with that. I was very excited about that. So anyway, so we spent a week in Helsinki. And then because we were already in Europe, we had wanted to maximize what we could. So, US being what it was, we had 2 weeks of holiday or vacation time. So we then spent a second week and we went to the Netherlands. We were in Amsterdam first because you land in Amsterdam anyway. And we found a little B&B that was kind of like at the end of the line. And I kind of giggled because not everybody understands this, but basically, so the way it tends to work in the Netherlands, and I've heard that this is somewhat similar in other countries too, that have a lot of public transit, is you've got kind of like your center of the city. So like the center of Amsterdam, the center of wherever. And that's where the most expensive places are. That's like your central station, things nearby central station, because that's where everything's coming and going so fast, right? So everything near central station is more expensive. But there's usually like lines that will go out from there and run to various long distances away from the center, all the way out to kind of the edges of the metropolitan area. And so it might take you like 30 minutes if you're at the far end of one of those spurs to get all the way to Central Station. And then, maybe you need to go somewhere else. And so maybe you'd go to Central Station, and then you have to take another one, you have to go off. So, so the further out you get, the cheaper things are in general. Because, people want to live where it's closer and how time is, it doesn't take as long to get places and all that sort of stuff. So we found a place to stay at that was like either the last or the second to last stop on that spur. So we were not in the touristy area at all. But it was great. This is in Amsterdam. Because we would basically leave the B&B, we'd walk down the street. There was the the, it wasn't the train. It was a train. Tram. It was the tram. Thank you. Amsterdam has trams. We have trains and buses out here. So it was the tram station, the tram stop. And there were like a couple of little shops nearby. So there was like a cheese shop and a little grocery store and probably a butcher. But we weren't cooking at the B&B. So that wasn't as much of a need. But like we would stop and grab some cheese, grab some crackers, grab some vegetables. And we would just take that with us as we were wandering around Amsterdam that day, right? It was great. I loved it. So that was a cool, a cool trip. Hang on. Okay, let me. Oh, and then Blender Hunches had to walk away for a minute. So, give the beef F some tips about cooking the spare ribs. Okay. Enforcer says, I would be interested in something not America if it weren't for our horses. I remember, I think we were talking about that one day, and I get it. Like, we were looking at when can we move back when we were discussing this. And I think we started having the conversations, maybe as early as 2014. Definitely by 2015, I think we were having conversations about this. Like, serious, yeah, this is a really cool thing. Let's do this. Let's start figuring it out.
When I did my job interview in early 2016, that was like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Right. Right, because B4 was ended up changing jobs in early 2016, and his boss was like, "So where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And he was like, "Europe." So definitely by then we had been talking about it very seriously. But I have kids. Now they were teenagers by this point, basically, or adults and whatnot. Anyway, so. That was very much a consideration because it was like, well, I'm not going to leave, until like my youngest is done with school and make sure he's sorted out and, is he going to come with us or whatever. Like him going to school elsewise here wasn't really an option. He was far enough along in school that it would have been really complicated to switch, I think, to a new system. And also his father lives in the States, even though that's the British guy. But he went back into the States also. So, so leaving, like, my son wasn't going to be living in a different country from one of his parents, basically, is what it comes down to. Like, he was always with both of the parents in the same country. Oh, wrong button. Drakes, is that going to be Ancient Evil, or are they a nearby beast?
What are the options for beast?
It just says, allows you to track the presence of nearby beasts and other natural creatures.
Sure.
We'll try that. What am I looking for? I've got a wolf scavenger, a crow, a wolf scavenger, a gray hawk, or a crow.
No.
Doesn't sound like any of those. All right. Next time I'll try Ancient Evil.
There's a door over here.
All right, let's try the door. Maybe it's a jar.
No, can't go to the first.
Oh, we can't go there. Anyway, so yes, so I get the not moving because of horses or animals, that are part of your family. We definitely were like, okay, so, when does he finish school? Okay, and then I had taken on a large project, a convention in the U.S., and that was a special one. I was already running conventions like that. I was already figuring out, like, how am I going to do that from abroad, and what am I going to pass off to other people, and those sorts of things. But that one particular convention, like, I had signed up to do the thing, and, like, I needed to follow through with that. Nope. I could have sworn when we were hey, I got it.
It's on the map.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I understand that it takes a lot of coordination to move to another country and another continent and all of those details. Like, yeah, there's a bit to do. Oh, sorry. Okay, so giveaway for 100 LOTRO points is about to end, come to a close. So if you want to get on that, this is your 1-minute warning. And then we will draw that, and then we will start another one. So yes, type exclamation giveaway if you want, exclamation point giveaway if you want to get in on that, just like Bacon Om Nom Nom has done. So yes, Arabani says a Finno-Ugric language, yes, very different from Indo-European, and it even sounds different from like a Scandinavian, what's the word? I'm not, yeah, Sweden, like, because like my mom's stepdad, the guy who she grew up with, his family is Swedish. Oh, there's a scout. And so like there was always a little bit of Swedish like hovering in the background. And it doesn't sound like Swedish to me. And it definitely is. Yeah. So it didn't sound like anything that I had been exposed to in the past, which was really fascinating to me. I still don't know anything but one word of Finnish. I just know kiitos, which is thank you, which seems like a good word to know. I think I may have learned like hello at one point, but kiitos was a good one. It's very, yeah, all-purpose. So, let's see. And, oh, Pomelo was thinking Dragonkind is the one you use for monsters because they weren't made by Morgoth or Sauron or somebody. All right, let's do the Grodbogs. Oh, let's do a giveaway. Sorry. Giveaway! All right, so we are going to draw for 100 LOTRO points. Go ahead and draw. The giveaway is closed. The winner is Enforcer AG. Hey, congratulations. I tried to tell people to come to the stream because there'd be giveaways. So I'm glad that some of the people who came because of the giveaways are here. So that's good. And enjoying the stream as well, of course. Yes, so let's see. Oh, Bacon Om Nom Nom asks if I'm playing a Hunter Burglar, but you said Hunter Hobbit. Yes. Yes, I am playing a Hunter Hobbit, or a Hobbit Hunter, however you want to look at it. So this is the Hunter, and then back there is our Minstrel, who's also running the giveaways. So that's why we're standing here staring at these Grodbogs, also because I didn't want to attack them yet, because, I don't know. They're kind of ooky. Okay, sorry. What? Sorry, I attacked something. Yeah, hang on. Let's see. Arbani was saying Scandinavian are mostly Germanic. Yeah. Which another type of Indo-European. Which is why, yeah. So I'm like, none of its neighbors. It doesn't sound like any of its neighbors. Okay. So, Enforcer. Twitch says this user has turned on block whispers from strangers in your privacy settings. So you should be able to whisper before, though, even though he can't whisper to you. Or, I think he's in the kin chat. Yeah, or you could just message him in kin chat. That would be fine too. Oh, dog's got to run. Thanks for the fun stream. Food time now. Well, enjoy your food. I made some stuff, and it's sitting in the kitchen waiting for me, which is totally fine. Actually, you can't do a stream, or yeah, message him in kin chat. Give that a try, and then maybe you can use some LOTRO points to buy a horse pet or something. That would be fun. Okay, so let's see. We're hunting Grodbogs here. Apparently, I'm supposed to collect Grodbog mucus and extract poison glands from Grodbugs. Oh. So, okay, so maybe I just need to touch the gross. Okay, that's pretty gross. But yeah, we just have to touch things. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be great. Okay, so while they're sorting that out, I think you could probably go ahead and open a new one. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that right now. I have another pet called a spirit bear. Let me actually find mine real quick. And pets, spirit bear. It looks like this. Isn't he a cutie? So that's my spirit bear. So that's what we are going to give away in the chat right now. So I would say if you've already won a pet, you cannot win the spirit bear. But if you've won LOTRO points, you can come in on the spirit bear giveaway. So, oh yeah, haste bear. I like it. Haste bear. I haven't changed the name of mine apparently. What's up with that? Oh. Oh, hey. Does the mucus... Oh, the mucus is like fellowship wide. Well, that's good. Because, yeah, I agree. Aaron Bard, this sounds pretty gross. Yes, so the spirit bear, I see Arabani says, I probably have a spirit bear. Yes, I do. Because, yeah, some of you might already have the spirit bear because if you, in the fall, there's often wow, my words just failed me here. Extra Life is a thing. It is a charity event that raises money for children's hospitals like in North America. Not here. I think they don't need to do fundraising for children's hospitals here, but they do in like the US and I think maybe Canada. They're around. At any rate, SSG participates in that fundraising. And so we streamers will like play LOTRO on a specific date, and you know people can come in and donate towards that fundraiser. Anybody who does that can then contact Cordovan, who's the SSG community manager, and he has a loot list of loot that you can get, and that it's kind of like a thank you for participating, and it's free stuff that he can then give away. So the spirit bear is one of the things on that loot list. That's how I have mine, because we often also we don't just do that, but we also give in the giveaway, and we donate also. So for doing so, we also get to choose off of the loot list. So we have the spirit bears and some horses and all sorts of goodies. So, well, hey, Sandy. Sandy has just popped into the chat. Oh, and yeah, okay. You're getting it worked out. So Samurai Pikachu, if you want to enter to win the spirit bear, and anybody else who's interested, make sure you put, go ahead and type !giveaway into the chat, and you will be entered into this drawing. Aaron Bard reminds me to have a drink. I'm turning into scenario here. Y'all got to remind me to drink on a regular basis. Thanks for the reminder. So yes, B4 does point out that if you do already have the spirit bear, it is a code that is not bound, so you could give the code to a friend if you would choose to do so. For example, I know last year we did we participated in Extra Life and did, gave some, donated some money, so we got to choose things off the loot list. And I had everything I wanted off the loot list. Well, I thought I did. I missed a thing or two, a couple titles, but anyway, I thought I had everything I wanted, and so I just got like a couple extras. This is probably one of them. I gave one to a kin member who was like really excited about one of the things, and she hadn't been able to get it. So yeah. So you can absolutely take the code and give it to a friend, or give it to an enemy, but then they might not use it, so that'd be sad. But you want to make sure that if you do get the code, to use it before next Tuesday anyway, just in case they all expire on Tuesday. That's a good point. I forgot to remind everybody. Make sure you use your codes really soon, because these codes are expiring. That's why we're giving them all away today. So, let's see. So where we are. Enforcer's going to try and work on their privacy settings, though, so that's good. for the future. For the future, you might want to have that sorted out, definitely. Let's see. Oh, and this week's sales, thanks Moobot, which includes all those extra slots that we were talking about earlier. There's a hive queen. We should attack her, I'm guessing. Aaron Bard asks, would you be willing to pre-announce Extra Life? Sounds like a good charity. I don't know what you mean by pre-announce, but it happens every year. If you do a search for Extra-Life on the internet, and I think before it's going to grab a link. In fact, you might be able to find a link from mine last year. I haven't, actually, am I signed up already for this year? I might have already signed up. It used to be a one-day event, and then it kind of turned into multiple events, and now it's kind of just turned into a year-round thing. So, like, they will take your money anytime. And I think Cord was setting up the teams already, because there was something earlier on in the year that was a fundraiser that people who are on the stream team, folks who stream on this channel, wanted to participate in, because they were giving away, like, sometimes what Extra Life will do is, like, have special thingies happening throughout the year, and, like, if you raise so much during this month, we'll give you a set of really cool dice, or, you know, something like that. Or they had a sponsor who was giving away dice, or something like that. So I know that I think it was Druid's Fire wanted to participate in that and have a chance at those dice. I really just don't worry about it because I don't want things shipped to me here. That's just a silliness. I've already shipped so much stuff to myself here from the US. I think we're pretty caught up. Almost caught up. I ended up with still some stuff left at B4's mom's house because we had a box and we packed it up and we sent it to ourselves here, and then they sent it back because I don't know. I'm annoyed about that whole thing. So anyway, the box is back at his mom's house, so eventually all those little things will make their way here. But that's the last of it. I got everything from my mom's house. We got everything from our other friend's house. We got everything else from his mom's house. We had kind of squirreled some stuff away in a few places. Oh, I think this is our last of the mucuses. Yay! Return to the entrance of the hive. Okay. Aaron Bard wants to know when the Extra Life thing is coming up. Yeah, when it's yeah. Check the link there, because that's about last year's. But it's going to be the same time of year. So I think it was October? No, maybe September. Wait, Movember. Which one's Movember? That's November. Movember is November. So the month before. So it was probably October. It's either September or October, but I'm pretty sure it's October then. All right, let's get out of this disgusting place. I agree. Okay, giveaway reminder. We are giving away the Spirit Bear cosmetic pet. The cool thing about this is it is account wide. So like forever from now on, every one of your characters is going to get one of these, which is kind of fun though. Cause like every time I make a new character, I'm like, I have the Spirit Bear and I have the other bear and I have this and the that and the that. And so you just end up with a whole bunch of cosmetic pets, like from a brand new character, which is kind of nice. That's kind of fun. All right, so this is your last chance to enter for the Spirit Bear, where this is your 60-second warning because we're going to draw this here in just a moment. Yeah, and then I'll have to check on the Extra Life thing because I may have already signed up, in which case we could, I could start taking donations, but I really don't want to focus on that yet, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway. So yes, the bear, Aaron Bard says, I love the bear's glowing teeth. It's kind of funny when you're looking at it from behind though, which is usually the case, like, cause that's where my camera is. It's just like this weird hovering set of teeth with like a little dot above, cause that's where his nose is. But yeah, if you look at it from like this direction, he looks pretty cool. He's got all stripey and stuff. He's like got texture. He's a cutie. Okay, so yes. Oh, and then you can see my 2021 Extra Life information, that link there, and yeah, my Extra Life page is probably current. Now that I'm thinking about it, I seem to recall getting that current for 2023, so it's probably active and live. You could look at it there too. Anyway, all right. Draw the spirit bear. And I will join the mission.
Live or die.
I'm a-coming. Oh, excuse me. All right, and I'm going to switch off the bear. We're going to put a cat on for the moment. All right, Samurai Pikachu was drawn from the giveaway. Congratulations. I think earlier you were like, I would love that thing. So, yay. I'm glad when things like that work out. Yes, Samurai Pikachu, you won. Yes, Pikachu eyes. Is that right? So, send before a whisper, or he will send you a whisper. Which, what? Already done. Okay. Look at that. You guys are so efficient. I love it. Oh, by the way, if anybody is hard of hearing, I should have closed captions happening over there in the far corner. Little closed caption thingy. Click on it. So, and it does seem to be working. So, of course, it does its best when I say words that it may not know, like LOTRO, spirit bear. Well, it probably could figure out spirit bear. But yeah, so just keep in mind that sometimes things are a little wacky in the translations, in the because it is doing it live. But I mean, that's amazing, like, right? The technology that we have is to be able to do that. Yeah, LOTRO. All right, we are going to open another giveaway, and this will be for what we have left, which I think is 100 LOTRO points. Yay! Yeah, I had scrolled away quite a few of these little codes, like 13 or something like that. So we are going to work our way through those. Probably we'll do more of them during my stream, it sounds like, than during your stream. Or are you going to kind of do half and half?
I mean, these are your codes, but if you want to
I don't.
ship some over, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm knocking it out. I'd say whatever is easiest for you. Oh, you want me to look for Star and Zoganzar? Oh, what are they? Are they fearsome troll? All right, let me have a look for a troll. Yeah, there you go. On the map. I do love it when I can do my hunter thing and just like knock something out in one shot. It's so good. Makes me happy. Yeah, that's true. Difficulty 3 does make this a lot easier than difficulty 7. So, okay, yes. So 100 LOTRO points is in the giveaway right now. So exclamation point giveaway, as you've probably heard me say a few times today. You do need to be present to win. So make sure that you're around. And if you've already won LOTRO points from me during this stream, you are ineligible to do a second round. We're going to make sure it's as fair as possible. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah? Okay. If you win during my stream, you can only win LOTRO points once during my stream, but you can win, we're deciding, LOTRO points during B4's stream if you happen to be so lucky. So there you go. You have 2 chances if you stick around. One with me, one with him. So that's good. Oh, yay! Samurai Pikachu says, I am so happy. Gonna use that bear so much. And you know, you can rename your pets. I don't know if everybody is clear on that knowledge. But yeah, you are... Oh, we're done. You are able to rename your cosmetic pets. So, for example... Well, here, let's get this mission reward. Okay, cool. I have currently... I'll show you my cat. Yes. So, just as Hilda Galadriel has posted there, it is /cpet space rename, and then you type in the name of the new name that you want. So, here, I'll show you. So, for example, I have Charm, my charming feline here. All right, I need to rename Charm. What are we going to rename her? I don't have any good ideas. Curse? No. All right. Give suggestions, but I get to reject all of them. Let's see. Whisper. It's a maybe. What is some of the... Okay, so charm is one of the up, down, left, right, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. Isn't charm one of those?
Yes.
What's the opposite of charm's quark? Charmant.
Up, down, strange charm.
Strange?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to rename her Strange Charm. Because of like 2 people in the world will get that.
Or rar if you want the Dutch version of strange.
No. Oh. No, that's too far. Okay, so I'm going to type cpet. Oh, wow, that's caps. Hold on, let me fix that. So cpet, and then space, and then rename, just as Hilda Gladriel had put there. Name, and then space, and we're going to, what's it? Strange Charm, right? It's TRANGE. And then, now, you can't have spaces in a name, but you can change uppercase and lowercase. So I've started with a strange with a capital S, and then capital C, Charm. And see, there you go. On stream, she just changed to Strange Charm. So there we go. Yes, the word for strange or unusual in Dutch is raar, R-A-A-R, raar. But it sounds kind of like rar. Aww, Hilda Gladriel says, I've renamed dogs in honor of companions who crossed the Rainbow Bridge. That's very sweet. I like that. So, yeah, so there's a Hank Green song where he talks about quarks, of course, because why not? And those are the lyrics that I was quoting there. So, anyway, so that's how you change the name of a cosmetic pet. Yeah, actually, let's see. That's the... I think I like some of these names you guys are giving me, though. Shadow's a nice one. So let me see. I bet I have other cpets that I haven't renamed, and by golly, why not now? Actually, I want to look at my cats. So the black cat I usually name Noir. Let's make sure I've got him named. Where is he at? Oh, he's behind me. Okay. Oh, no, that says Res. Okay, we got to fix that. Hang on, let's move my collections panel out of the way. Well, okay, move it partly out of the way. All right, so Res needs to be renamed because I like having my black cat Noir. Okay, so now Noir has been renamed. All right, my cozy gray cat is Luna. I like Shadow. I think we're going to go with Shadow. All right, so we're going to rename her. So Luna, oops. You are becoming Shadow. What? Oh, specified companion name is invalid. Okay, Shadow's not a valid. They won't let me use Shadow. Schaduw. How do you spell? That's the Dutch word for shade. S-C-H probably. Schaduw. O-U? Uve. S-C. Okay, S-C-H-A-D-U-U-W. Oh, I put too many S's in there. Schaduw. There we go. So it's Shadow, but in Dutch. We do tend to do that. We rename a lot of our pets in the game with Dutch names. So, all right, we're going to run around with Shadow for a little while. Oh, yeah. Josefre has also... thank you. Thank you for helping me with Dutch spelling. I get it sometimes, but I could hear it. Like, okay. So, let's see. I got to turn this in. I haven't turned that in yet. So, turn that in. Okay. And, oh, have we... Hang on. I have unclaimed allegiance rewards. What about you?
I could.
So, why don't we claim 21? And why does yours look more... Oh. Oh. That makes that a lot easier to look at.
What's that?
Well, I had mine all scrunched.
Oh.
Look at that little button there in the bottom corner. I should have known that. I could claim 21, yes. How about you? Okay, so we're going to claim that. Boom! Yay! All right, which means I now can go talk to the prince, right? Yeah. Deed completed. So, because the reason I was thinking I should go do that before we do the next mission is in case he wants us to go to a mission. All right, so we're going to go talk to Prince Ingorm because he always wants to talk to us after that. Oh, so just a reminder, we're in the middle of near the end of a giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So make sure you put exclamation point giveaway into the chat if you want to be entered for that. And we'll draw that within the next couple of minutes here. All right, we'll talk to Prince Ingor, see where he wants us to go, and then maybe while we're out running around doing errands for him, then we'll do the drawing. Okay, so he says, I have a mission for you. We must set our attention toward reclaiming Gundabad. While the orcs and hobgoblins of the Frost Horde who dwell in Gundabad have quarreled in the past, it would seem that they seek to work together once more. It will be easier to reclaim Gundabad if our foes are not working as one. Fair enough. So, what do you want us to do? He says, I ask you to accompany Zova and work to sow discord between the orcs and hobgoblins who camp near one another. I know that I can count on you. When you return, I ask you to report your success to the visiting Longbeard emissary. He will want to be apprised of our efforts. Okay, and we travel now. All right, so this is your 1 minute warning. We are about to draw for 100 LOTRO points. So if you want to get into that drawing, you've got like right now. So exclamation point giveaway to enter as it has been posted there in the chat. And okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to take weapons from the orc encampment, destroy provisions at the orc encampment, take totems from the hobgoblin encampment, and destroy supplies at the hobgoblin encampment. Okay, sounds good. The encampments are mostly asleep. You should be able to sneak around as you execute on the plan. All right, sounds good. Interesting. Yeah, I was like, get ready to attack things. But before we get any further, let's go ahead and do the drawing. So 100 LOTRO points. Affadil's going to have a little meal here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Giveaway is now closed. And the winner is Hilda Galadriel. Yay! Congratulations. Yes, so send before a whisper, or he will send you a whisper. You will whisper. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're very welcome. Congratulations. I'm glad that everybody's, having, it's like a party. Whee! And I think it's worth like having a party, right? It's like, it's summertime. People should be having a nice, relaxing time, hopefully. It is, the Treasure Bugan is happening today. Oh yeah, we were going to do Treasure Bugan on stream. The Hobbit housing has been announced and shown, so that's exciting. So we're celebrating that. And we have a new streamer who will be here, I think today. Let's see, is it show up? So yes, Mealung, are you in the chat? Have I seen you here today? No, I don't see you in the chat. Okay, that's all right. But that is a new streamer. Oh, you're right there. I don't know why you didn't show up then. Bugans are over. Oh. Are you sure? Let's finish this. Okay, so we'll finish this. Okay. We'll start a new giveaway. Then we'll finish this, and then we'll go check on the Bugans. Because I thought the Bugans was extra long this time. It was like 10 days. Oh, 3 a.m. on the 25th, which is today. Okay, Bugans are over. So I am glad I bought those things. That's fair. We were doing Bugan stuff, and I was almost maxed out on tokens. And so I went ahead and picked up a banquet decoration selection box and a tipped bag of coins as housing decorations. And before it's like, hey, why do you need to do that? You no need to rush, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I just want to go ahead and get it. I don't want to wait till the next time Bugans come around because I want to have these things for the new Hobbit housing. So I'm glad I got them on time. Okay, so yes, new 100 point LOTRO 100 LOTRO points code is coming here just a minute. Well, Arbanium, sorry that you were right. I was looking forward to doing some more Bugans stuff today, but that's okay. No worries. Okay, so B4 is about to reset the giveaway, and giveaway is now open. So, do your thing! Exclamation point giveaway into the chat for to get into the 100 LOTRO points giveaway, and must be present to win. And you have not won 100 LOTRO points from me yet today. So, all right. So, Melung, talk to us about when you are on today, and what you're going to be streaming about. So this is a new streamer for us on the channel. So hopefully some of you folks will be able to be around and give them a good welcome. It's definitely, I think, late in the day for me, because I think you're US or North American based, like 9 p.m. our time or 9 p.m. server time? Oh, server time. Well, I don't know. Yes. Oh, Pamela, that's awfully nice. She says, Melung, welcome. Looking forward to your stream. Yeah, I'm curious. Are you like running around in landscape, or do you focus on? So for me, for example, and so there might be some of you who are new in the chat. So welcome to any folks that are new to me. I tend to focus on the festivals, which happen throughout the year in LOTRO. And when there's not a festival going on, I tend to do other side projects. Like this is, we're working our way through the Zelruka Dwarves, the Allegiance. We're doing their Allegiance. So that, oh, he's standing in the green. That's why I was having a hard time. We discovered, by the way, that this green goo, the green flashy stuff there, it heals the adversaries. Yeah, in terms of, we're playing with the difficulty, the landscape difficulty, and goodness, this guy's kicking my butt, and it heals the bad guys. So that was news to me, and it explains, why we were having trouble with some things in the past. Anyway, okay, so I see that Melung has said I am streaming 8 to 10 p.m. Central, which would be then 9 to 11 server time, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. server time, excuse me, which is U.S. Eastern time zone, for those of you who need to translate that. And yeah, that's a little bit late for us. I'm more likely to be getting up than staying up and seeing it. But those of you who are in the U.S. or oceanic areas definitely should be able to check him out. And you are starting a new character. So you're going to be doing landscape, not landscape, well, yeah, like going through the storyline and everything. The title of your stream is Adventuring Back to Rohan. Wow. And you'll be playing a high elf brawler. Oh, that'll be fun. Wow, a high elf brawler. That is a wild combination, isn't it? If it was me, I would probably be you know what I really want to play? I really want to play a Hobbit lore master. I think I started one. I did. I would love to turn one of my characters into a Hobbit lore master. I have a character on Laurelins. She's my main character over there, and she's a burglar because I thought, Hobbit burglar classic combo, right? But man, I'm not enjoying the burglar experience. So I wish I could change her class. That would make my life easier. But oh well. Oh yeah, Blinder Honjes did make a Hobbit lore master. Nice. Did you get a notification of the entry of the giveaway? Yeah, I think it did show up. Oh, it doesn't show me what people have entered though. I don't have that in front of me. So okay, so yeah, so Melung is on tonight.
starting at 9 p.m. server time. So if you're around, check them out. Oh, everybody has a storm outside. Exciting. We were supposed to get hail and other exciting things recently, but I think it didn't come through for us. But I heard it did hit Italy, I guess. There were like hailstones this big. It destroyed like, someone was talking about, I think their daughter has a caravan, like a camper. And it destroyed that, and I think the car that was pulling it. So that sounds like a bummer. Are you in combat also? No, okay. Oh, were you? I missed it. I'm sorry. Oops. I started combat with folks I wasn't expecting. Surprise! So yes, a number of people are saying that they've started Hobbit Lore Masters. Yeah, I know, right? And everybody is like now thinking about river hobbits. I get it, right? Like would a river hobbit lore master be cool? I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see what I'm gonna do with river hobbits. Now, a river hobbit mariner, of course, that seems pretty like naturally. I should probably do that, right? River hobbit Bjorning. Hey, yeah, the one thing is you can't play Bjorning, and nobody but Bjornings can be Bjornings. So there we go. So, so Linda Hunges, I stopped telling the story because I wasn't sure if you were still around, but yes, yet. I know, like a Hobbit Bjorning would be just too cute, wouldn't it? Be like this little bear, like this little bear cub. Anyway, okay, so we were in up in Finland for a week, and then we went and stayed outside of Amsterdam for a couple days, and then we went down to Den Bosch, or Hertogen. I can never say it right. Hertogenbosch. It's something like that. I could say Scheveningen almost better than Den Bosch's actual name. Anyway, so we went down to Den Bosch because we have some friends down there. And we stayed with them for a few days. And so one of the places we were considering moving to was Eindhoven. And so while we were in Den Bosch, we popped over to Eindhoven and we rented bicycles because we really wanted to see the Hovenring, because the Hovenring is like, it's a cool thing. So basically, for the rest of the world who is like not from anywhere near around here would not have ever heard of this probably, unless you're like into engineering or something. But basically, okay, so there's a lot of bicycle riding that happens in the Netherlands, and there's also cars, of course, in the Netherlands, because it's a European country. There's cars, and when the cars and the bicycles meet, it's not necessarily a great thing because cars go fast and bicycles are not as fast as cars in general. So what they did at one place in Eindhoven, which is a city here in the Netherlands, it's like a college. Well, it has a college. It has some college stuff in it, and there's a suitable place for placing a totem. Hang on. They took the bicycle loop that often is in the same place. Oh, we got to place a whole bunch of these as the intersection where the cars are. And because it's just like they happen to tend to go the same places, and so they end up being co-housed sometimes, which is, so you want to do what you can to separate the bicyclists from the cars, so that way if something goes wrong, nobody gets, seriously injured. So it was a pretty high-speed intersection, like it's two highways coming together. They took the bicyclists and created an up-in-the-air ring for that goes, so instead of being there, it like, and with the road is still there and the bicycles are up here. So you have like this long ramp to come up, and you can go around and come off any other side of it. And there's like 4 sides to go. And I think it's cool. Okay, so hang on. All right, let me show you guys this if I can. Yeah. Nay. All right, so this is the Hovenring. There you go. That's a good picture of it right there. Oh, can I get this out of here? All right, so you can see it's got like Oh, so you've got like the center pillar holding a lot of the structure up, and then you've got this ring around where the bicycles can come up, and then they've got like these long ramps to get you up to the ring. So it's bicyclists and pedestrians can both use the space up there, and then the cars are down below, and they can just keep doing their car thing. That's very cool. I think it's pretty cool. So we both thought it was really neat. We wanted to go see it. So we rented bicycles and bicycled out to Eindhoven, to the Hoven Ring. And then we turned around and we bicycled back and turned in the bicycles. Like that was the whole thing. And also looked like, I think we went to a restaurant, and that was like a very disappointing restaurant experience. Like, I don't know what was the deal, but yeah, a flying bike roundabout. That's Dave High Paisha, that's a good way to put it. So that was neat. But while we were there, it became clear to us that Eindhoven wasn't really where we wanted to live. Like, it just wasn't our jam. Oh, the LOTRO Point 100 LOTRO Point giveaway. Let us wait here and watch the encampment for a moment. Okay. Oh, we sowed the chaos between them. Right. Okay, so we're watching the chaos happening. While we're watching that happening, we're about to finish the giveaway for the 100 LOTRO points. So if you want to enter into that, this is your last chance. Exclamation point giveaway into the chat, and that will put you automatically into the giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. While we watch the hobgoblins and the Gundabad orcs yelling at each other, going grrr. Now they're throwing sand at each other. Well, good job. We have sown discord between them. Yeah, we did murder a few of them as well. That might have helped. Okay, so giveaway in... Are you ready? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the giveaway. And E. Downs? Edowins? Oh, Edowins. Oh, we got to go back to the prints, not these guys. Oh, hey, we put these carpets down last time. They're still there. That's awesome. So anyway, yes, Edowins, you have won. One to wins. Congratulations. Shocked face. That's great. Yay! Congratulations. So those of you who are winning... Oh, Prince Ingor doesn't want to talk to me now. Oh, we got to talk to not him. The other guy wants to know about it. Right, the long beard. Emissary. Okay, I'll talk to him here in a second. So for those of you who are winning, B4 has a code for you, and you will put that into the LOTRO store. However, you do need to have your whispers available for him to be able to give you that code. Because if we put it here in the chat, somebody else might grab it and you wouldn't get it. So that would be sad. So yes. So Adowins, if you can do what B4 says there, which is click on his name here in the chat and then send him a whisper, then he is able to whisper to you back and give you the code.
I hit max on my Gundabad marks.
Oh.
You might want to check that.
Okay, I'll check here in a second. So those of you who are getting these codes, you'll want to go into the LOTRO store, and where it says redeem code, you want to copy and paste that code in right there. And you want to do that within the next week because these codes are due to expire, which is one of the reasons why we're doing all of these right now. Oh, I'm supposed to check my Gundabad marks, so hang on a second. Gundabad mountain marks, I have 493 out of 500. Yeah? Okay. Hang on. I'm going to go spend some marks after I get on my goat. All right. I think this goat's very cute. All right. So let's see. Who do I talk to? How about this guy behind the bear? Okay. So I'm going to buy something. Oh, what do I want? I don't know if I want a stone troll. Oh. That's a good point. Okay, so I can get any one of those yard items. I can get, oh wow, what is it? Okay, so we have yard stuff. We have jewelry. Looks like the rest of it's all jewelry. Okay, so at the very top here is Relics of Gundabad, which is worth allegiance points, and that's what we're trying to do, is work on our allegiance points. So we're just going to buy one of those. Just one set?
That's fine.
Okay. Groovy. Okay, so yes, we are doing another giveaway for 100 LOTRO points. So you want to type exclamation point giveaway into the chat if you want to enter into that. Who lot is it? Okay, so yeah, we've got at least 15 minutes left in my stream, so we'll do at least this one. Hmm? Yeah, right, we have to talk to the emissary. So, Nakivran, hello? Hello to you. All right, so let's talk to this Longbeard. And he said, okay, so we went and we sowed Discord, and now we're telling him about this. He says, is that so? You and the Zelruka have done well. Durin will be pleased to hear this news. It is now certain that Gundabad will be reclaimed, and for good. All right, let's go tell Prince Ingor how awesome we're doing. I'm sad, no cat. No cat, no need for the cat cam. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you the empty basket. There's no cat currently in the cat cam. Oh, hey, but I can put my sweater there. Or not my sweater, but I've been working on a t-shirt. So there we go. You can see my t-shirt. I know it's not as exciting as a cat, though. Like, I mean, obviously. Maybe it'll call the cat, though, because she'll be like, oh, I can lay on something that's, like, not what you want me to lay on. I can totally do that. But there you go. So it's wait, I've got it upside down. Hang on a second. Well, not that it matters. But I've made it worse. This is the neck up here. Let me try that again. There's the neck. And I have sleeves. These are the sleeves. All right, it was better upside down, wasn't it? Let me put that back. It's because I'm working on it upside down, like I'm going top to bottom, you know? And so it just kind of lays more naturally that way, I think, right now. So there's the current project. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Oh, so let's see. A couple things in the chat. Vinderhunches is trying to figure out how long spare ribs need to get in the oven tomorrow. I cannot help you with that. That's what the internet is for. Nakivran asks, do you work somehow for Lord of the Rings Online? Can I ask about the active player base? I plan to install this game. I do not work for SSG. And in fact, Standing Stone Games, sorry, SSG, shorthand there, is Standing Stone Games is the company that produces this game that we're playing here, Lord of the Rings Online, or LOTRO, as it's often called. And I do not work for them. Most of the people who stream on this channel don't always look like ghosts, as I do right now, because it's because the sun is at like a really strong angle right now. It's bouncing off my desk. But also, most of the people on this channel are just volunteers. We're just people who play the game, and we enjoyed playing the game. And so we stream and have fun, you know, with the community and stuff like that. In terms of people who work for the game who stream, on Fridays, Cordovan, who is the SSG community manager, he streams on Fridays at noon Eastern time. And then occasionally he'll turn his stream over or have on as guests other SSG people. For example, he had Severlin, who is the executive producer, who's like, so the guy in charge of everything. He had him on a couple of weeks ago, and they talked about different things about plans for the game, how things are going. Like they're doing a graphical update, but they're doing it in pieces instead of doing it all at once, because it makes more sense to do it in pieces. It's not as exciting as doing it all at once. You know, people want to have like big headlines and things, and it's not a big headline when they do it in pieces, but it still makes a difference in the game as we're going along. So things like that. So to your other next question, is ask about the active player base. Like most other MMOs, SSG doesn't release those numbers for whatever reasons that that's a choice that MMO people make. I don't know the reasons behind that, but they don't release their numbers. So you can kind of guess. There's a whole bunch of different servers. There's like 12, 11 servers right now. So when you can look online and see how many people are listed as being online at that time, but that just shows you the people that are not listed as anonymous. You can check a little box and make yourself anonymous, which makes you not show up in searches like that. And people will be anonymous for various different reasons. So depending on the server, you might have more anonymous people than other servers. Like we're playing on a server that doesn't have a lot of anonymous people on it, whereas most of your other servers that have been around for a while do, because yeah, people will make that choice for various reasons. So that answers that, well, addresses that question. You plan to install the game. I think that's great. I love the game. I enjoy playing it. Most of the people here in the chat also enjoy playing this game. So yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Come join the community. We have a good time. If you have questions about like what server to choose or what class to choose, what do you want to play, if you want to have like some advice about that, you can always ask in the chat. People have opinions, but they're usually very gentle opinions. So people are happy to tell you what they think and why they make those choices. People are pretty cool about that. That's a pretty nice group of people in general. So yes, Pamela and Sandy, yes, it's the kitty knitty crochet cam. I like that. And yeah, I love the color. It's color changing as well. So it's slowly migrating from one color to the next. So those are the rest of the colors in case you're curious that it's working its way toward. And this is a knit project. So this is my fourth knit project then, I guess, because I had the washcloth. Most people start with a washcloth. And then I did a scarf, and then I did a sweater, and then now is the t-shirt. So it's it's coming along. There's mistakes, but that's okay. It's the practice is part of the important thing, right? And yes, I have a lot of crochet projects that I've done. A lot of the blankets you'll see in the background of mine and before streams are blanket projects that I did over Corona times. So that was fun. So, how interesting. Flinder Hunches is still talking about the ribs, saying normally you have them in the oven for 45 minutes with a bowl of water under them, and then around 45 minutes, but most recipes say 2.5 hours. Now, okay, the recipes that you're looking at, are they talking about a traditional oven though? Because I know like ours is a convection oven, and that definitely changes the timing on things. So think about that. Could be part of why you're getting different numbers, just saying. Because if you're looking at a U.S. recipe, they're not gonna have, nobody has a convection oven in the U.S. It's all just the heat coming in from top and bottom, but it's not the circulating. It's hardly anybody has one of those. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna be very different. It's like Moobot has jumped in with VIP. Thank you. I am also a VIP subscriber. I love being a VIP. I love all the stuff we get with it. But you absolutely, just to make sure I throw this out here, though, you absolutely do not have to become VIP. You never have to spend any money in the game to enjoy the game. Okay, so like, don't worry about that. You can totally play free to play. Don't ever have to spend a penny on the game if you don't want to. I enjoy spending money on the game and the benefits that it provides to me. It's worth it for me. So, but I don't go out to the bars and spend money there. So like all that money I'm not spending on beer and wine and mixed drinks and whatnot, I can easily spend on LOTRO. Yeah. So like, it's like kind of a pick your vice sort of a thing almost. Yeah, Egg Arthur points out that, yeah, there was an investor's letter. So like, there's these parent groups that own all the little things underneath, like one of them is SSG. And there was an investor's letter in 2020 that said there are over 100,000 monthly actives for LOTRO. So yeah, so there's a lot of people around. Maybe not as many as like a WoW or something. But I don't like the look of WoW. I don't like the way it plays, so I enjoy LOTRO. Blinder Hunches played it from beta and came back in 2010 when it was came free to play, and now you're VIP for 3 years now, right? I think once you go VIP, it's a nice treat. It's just, that's how it feels, right? It's very luxurious. I love being VIP. And you love the blankets. Thank you. I had fun making them. I did have fun making them. So yeah, Linda, you used a normal oven at your house, but your boyfriend has a combi microwave. And see, that's going to make a difference. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not.
If the meat's to the right temperature, doesn't matter.
That's true. Do you have a meat thermometer? Because you could just do the, poke it and see if the meat thermometer puts it at the right temperature, and then you'll know. So there you go. Knocky Friend also is asking, you wanted to know if it's so suitable for a solo player. Is there rich solo content? I bet people have responded to you on this, but let's see. Before, you can't do all of the game solo, but you can do most of it. LOTRO is my primary hobby with horses being my job, says Enforcer. Well, Arbanese is of a contrary opinion that the game, you need a subscription to make it playable. I don't know. One of our friends has been playing it with us, and she's done free to play, but I did have a VIP code, which we should find yours because it might expire. And she's been enjoying the VIP experience. Yeah, Hilda Gladriel, 1 month of VIP spoiled me. I won't give it up. Yep, I get it. Okay, so the solo question. Yeah, Sandy says she plays mostly solo. When the game originally came out, and this is like 16 years ago, and the way people engage with MMOs has changed over the last couple of decades. So at that time, like having a real grind was the thing, and also being forced into playing in a group situation was also part of the experience and a normal expected experience. Over time that shifted, and people prefer to be able to do things solo and to be able to play the whole game solo if they want. So most of the game has been converted in various ways from being forced into group content to you can do the content as a group, but you can absolutely do it solo as well. The core storyline. There's some other things that it will say, it'll come up with a thing. It'll be like, this is recommended that you have a fellowship or a small fellowship, bring friends, it'll have different things like that. Now, the cool thing though, is it'll often have something like, whatever you're doing, like if it's an instance or something, it'll have a name, and other people who've played the game will be familiar with it. Like there's the Watcher in the Water, which I'll try not to spoil that, but basically you go and you deal with the Watcher in the Water. And it's not something you would necessarily solo, especially if you're on level. So let's say it's level 60. If you are level 60, you might find that challenging and possibly not completable. But if you're like level 140, you might be able to go in and do it by yourself. Things like that. But what you can do is there's a pretty robust world chat channel that you can participate in. And there's also a looking for fellowship channel. And so people will often post in that LFF looking for fellowship. Hey, I'm trying to do the Watcher in the Water. Anybody want to help me with that? And you'll find other people who'll be like, oh yeah, let me jump in on that. And blah, blah, blah. So people, even though the cap of the game is level 140, people still really enjoy jumping in, and doing some of the earlier content that's not 140. So you can absolutely be in a solo situation and still be able to do the group content as you come up to it. Some things you might have to plan for it a little bit more, like the Rift. That's level 50, right? Yeah, so there's a number of things that happen around level 50 and level 60, 65, right in there that was definitely group content oriented. Like the only, I think, 24-person raid in the entire game is like level 50.
Well, sorry, I think it's variable.
Not sure. But anyway, so people will be like, oh, I haven't done that in so long. I'll jump in on that. That sort of thing. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, there's some bigger group content at that level, and you may have to be like, hey, I want to do the Rift. And people will be like, oh, I'd love to join you for that, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I can't do it now. And so what I've ended up doing sometimes is I'll be like, hey, now this is on a smaller server, of course. Okay. We're on a smaller server. I should mention that. But on this smaller server and another smaller server that we were on, Anor, I've done that where I'm like, hey, on Saturday the 18th at 2 o'clock server time, we're going to run the Rift. If you want to join in, send me a message. So I make sure, you know, to keep an eye out for you, and then blah, 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 you know, and then so that's kind of how we've been able to coordinate getting stuff like that done that might take a little more coordination. So, oh, Helagrod is the 24-person raid, yeah? Yeah. It's the, yeah, it's, okay. And it goes, so it is scalable? Is that what you're showing me? Okay. So, yeah, okay. So you can make this level 50, or, yeah. But, oh, and this is Dragonwing. But you can take it up to your level, so we could do it, like, at our level if we wanted to. I'm going to close that in tier 3. That's a whole other thing. I'll explain that another time. Okay, so what have I... Oh, we have a 100 LOTRO point giveaway going on, right? Okay, so there's a 100 LOTRO point giveaway going on right now. Type exclamation point giveaway into the chat if you want to enter into that. Let's see. Oh no, Linder Hunches says I was late with renewing my VIP this year. I had something like, what is happening? My town services don't work. We are on yearly, and we just have it set to automatic because I'm like, I don't even want to I don't want to run into that. Yes, just Sandy does point out a wonderful kin to chat with is lovely to have. And yeah, the yearly, it's cheaper than monthly. Hilda Gladriel points out, right? That's another reason why I do it. Yeah, we were looking at the prices again because of our friend who's thinking about going VIP going forward. So 1 month is like whatever. And then 3 months is like basically the cost of 2 months. And it was like, well, then why would you buy one? Because if you buy one, you're probably going to buy a second one. In which case, you might as well just get the 3. But she hasn't done that yet because I had a code from an expansion. It came with a free 30-day VIP subscription code, and it's not bound. So I gave her that code so she could use it, but that's probably expired by now. So we're thinking B4 probably has one because we bought the same expansion at the same time. So we need to find that. So yes, but Palmella makes a fantastic point that it's very much an enjoy the journey type of game versus rush yourself to get to the end cap kind of game. So just really enjoy that. Yeah, the strong writing of some of the earlier content is so appealing, she says, that even when you get to level 140, you may want to go back and repeat it. Yeah, like with our friend that we're taking through, we're still in, gosh, what level are we? Like in the 30s, I think. Like we were just doing some of the stuff out in Avendim with her. And I'm always like, okay, it's a wall of text. We're just going to, because we're on voice chat with her. And we're just like, okay, we're just going to, you know, read for a few minutes. So take your time, because I want to make sure that she doesn't feel rushed. I want her to be able to read through like everything that's happening with the characters that we're interacting with and the NPCs, because there's some great stories, you know what I mean? They do such a great stuff. Anyway, so, oh, did we? Okay. Before it mentions that we started with a 3-month subscription when we dipped our toes into the subscription waters. But yeah, and then we were happy to continue 12 months because that's the cheapest per month. And then like the pandemic came and I was on LOTRO like nonstop for a while. That was part of my coping mechanism with it all. And having that subscription was like so good, so good. Aw, Dame Hypatia says, people often are really helpful. I remember someone giving me 50 gold when I started years ago when I didn't even have 5 gold. I was floored. It's interesting because I also like to do that because once you get past a certain level, it seems like you can't sneeze for not picking up another 50 gold or something, right? And so the gold is accumulating and I have plenty of it. And so I'm happy to like give it to a new person. But once in a while you run into somebody who is like maybe an existing player, but they're new to that server, and they want that experience of starting from nothing. And so you have to like, so now I ask, or at least I try to, suss out, would they be open to a gift of that sort? And a lot of times I just ask, because I don't want because I've actually had somebody who was like, okay, thanks for this, but I'm going to give it back. So that was really interesting to run into that. So, but again, that comes back to that whole, it's the journey, right? Not the destination thing. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, I'm just amused at some of the chat. Like, yeah. Anyway, okay. Let me check in here with Prince Ingor. He says, hey, what did I tell you? I am pleased, and the Longbeards are pleased. Who do we have to thank? Why, it is you, of course. Good work. Yeah, it's interesting because, so we started playing in, so B4 actually played when the game was first out and they were still offering lifetime subscriptions. So Real Tough with your lifer is nice. I'm very jealous, of course, of your lifetime subscription. Because being as that there's no way to get that now, yeah, that. But anyway, so B4 did play back then, but didn't buy a lifetime subscription at the time. And so at late 2018, early 2019, I was having an itch to play, something, a video game. I wanted to play a video game, and I wanted it to be something we could play together and something we could play with other people. So, something online. And so we were looking for something that fit those kind of categories. And I was looking at like articles online of like, top best MMOs or whatever. And, oops, let me start that again up. There we go. And LOTRO kept coming up. And since he had played it previously, we're like, okay, let's go ahead and give that a try. And so that, that worked out great. So yeah, Enforcer says LOTRO is as close to being able to live in Middle Earth that you are going to find, and you had been looking that since you first read the trilogy back in the 1970s. Yeah, right. I just love running around in Middle Earth on my goat, putting together fun outfits, all of those things. Linda Hunje says, I really want to go back to my Bjorning on Treebeard before they close the server. Well, the Treebeard's not closing anytime soon because they, so far, with the legendary servers, they basically let them get to whatever the cap level is at that time. And then they're like, okay, you've reached the end. Now we're going to close the server down and you can transfer your characters off to the other servers, right? So Treebeard, with our expansions coming every 5 to 6 months, we're like 4 to 5 years out at this point before we even get to 140. And that's assuming they haven't like added more end levels by then, which 4 to 5 years I expect that they will, right? So I think you've got time to come in here with your Bjorning and have fun. So let's see, there's a question from Marsh is, hello, is this game not going to be in Spanish? So again, I don't work for SSG, but yeah, as B4 points out, at the moment it's only available in English, French, and German. And when this question comes up to people who work for SSG, they always say that they don't have any plans. Yeah, like he says, B4 says the developers have no plan to add additional languages at this point. Which is, yeah, is kind of a, I guess a shame because, it seems like if they're going to support some languages, it'd be neat if they would support others, like Spanish is spoken by a lot of people around the world. You would think like maybe a Chinese option would be quite successful. But they are a small team and adding in more language people would require more people. And I think that that's not part of their jam at this time. Cat cam. You can see her tail finishes here and the rest of her body shows up there. So this is Kato, everybody. We got her and another cat from the animal shelter a little over a year ago, like a year ago in May. And we just kept their names. We didn't change their names. So she is Cato, which the Dutch pronounce Cato, as opposed to Cato, as I was pronouncing it for a little while, because she's a cat. And she shapes herself like an O when she sleeps. Actually, more like a C. Oh, and you're purring too, aren't you, a sweetheart? Yes, you are. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, you sweet baby. So she's like 9 years old now. And then Casper, who's actually asleep on the couch at the far back at the wall there, he like props himself up on the pillows and everything. It's so cute. Angle it towards what? I don't think you. Yeah, we were thinking we could angle it, but I don't think you could see him behind me. I'll turn it a smidge just in case. I don't think he's like right there. I don't think you can see him. That's okay. No worries. Let's see. So yeah, so Casper is back there and Cato is right here. So yay! Thanks for joining us on stream, honey. You're very popular. Oh yes, but as Pomela points out, there are definitely kinships on various servers that are specific language or you know, a way for people to group together and speak language together. For example, I know that there's Dutch language kinships, not as many as there are Spanish, but yeah, there's definitely other kinships out there that you might be able to find that are Spanish speaking in your case. So that would be, you know, at least a way to play with others who speak the same language as you, which would be kind of nice. Yeah, so Arabani is talking about, says the biggest issue with additional languages is not the translation, which can be relatively cheap with the outsource, but player support in that language. Also, actually, because LOTRO is such a story-heavy game, so lots of words, they would have to actually translate the entire game, which is huge in itself, and then every time they have a new expansion, translating into that language. Also, Cord, when he puts out like the news on the website, which he does multiple things every week, it has to be done currently in 3 languages. And so he's having that work done, you know, and having to try and get that turnaround really fast. Yeah, so I can see why they would be very hesitant to add more languages, because that's a lot of, like, they'd have to add extra people to make it happen. They really would. Linda Hunges asks, are you using your phone for the cat cam? Yes, I am. I was using my old phone, but it is not a happy phone right now. So now I'm using my actual phone and just, yeah, we've turned off notifications and stuff. Egg Arthur's talking about publishing video games in China and challenges like games requiring anti-addiction measures. Users identified as minors must be limited to 3 hours per week. Yeah. Before is helping out those who wish to also connect their Android phones to a Windows computer using DroidCam. He's placed a link out there for anybody who wants to do that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we have a 100 point LOTRO point giveaway. Let's finish that up. So you have, this is your 1 minute warning that if you want to get in on a giveaway for 100 LOTRO points, you want to type exclamation point giveaway into the chat if you want to get in on that. And we will draw that here in like 60 seconds or less now. And then how soon are you ready for streaming?
I could be ready in like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. Do you want to do these last 2 missions? We can do that. Okay, so we'll do these last 2 missions. So let's get into the mission, and then we will draw the LOTRO point giveaway. So let me get in there. All right, so while we wait for this to load and for Affidel to do scrolls and hope tokens and stuff, let's go ahead and do the giveaway. 100 LOTRO points goes to Noki Fran, the new person in chat. Congratulations. See, now you definitely have to get in on the game. That is fantastic. So, yes. So hopefully you're still here because you do need to be present to win. And oh, awesome. And you just downloaded the game. Okay, so let me tell you two quick things. One, this code is going to expire in possibly within a week. Like it might be expiring at the end of the month. So don't dawdle on this. So what you want to do is once you get into the game, down at the very bottom, oh, I'm going to have to close, behind my cat cam. So let me close the cat cam. Sorry, everybody. What? Well, here, I'm just going to show you. So down here at the very, way over there at the far end of my bar, do you see where it says, where it's blinking there? There's a button. It's going to look like a coin. And you want to click on that because that's going to be the LOTRO store. And that's going to bring up this thing. So this is what you're looking for, although it should be a little bit more squarish. Hang on, let me try that again. I don't know why mine's loading so big. Oh well, whatever. What that? They're redoing it soon. Okay, so you're going to pull up the LOTRO store and it's going to look like this. And you're going to take, so okay, up at the top, there's going to be 4 little options here. Item shop, LOTRO points, become a VIP, and redeem code. So you want to go to that 4th one there that says redeem code. You're going to click on that. And it's going to take you to this page right here. And this is the coupon code is what it says there. So you're going to take this code that B4 is whispering to you. Hopefully you guys you're good. Okay. You can take this code that he just gave you. You're going to paste it right into here and then hit apply. And you're going to get like kind of a little cash register sound like ka-ching. And then you will find that when you go to the LOTRO store, because I just closed it, up at the top here, in these gold colored, in the gold letters, numbers, it'll have your LOTRO point balance. And so it should say 100. So, which is great. I'm so excited because you might find there are little quality of life things that you might want, like writing, which costs like 40 LOTRO points or something like that. So this is great because it'll help you get started. And then, but without having to like, yeah. So that's really cool. I'm kind of excited that you got the 100. That's so wild. That's a good point though. Sid the coach does point out that you can get writing for free. You can still buy it in the LOTRO store though. Maybe if you don't want to go through the quests. But there are some quests out there which give you the writing skill for free. So you probably want to do that instead because, I mean, why spend when you can get something for free? That's true. Inventory, shared storage, that seems to be one thing that everybody struggles with is having stuff. Your bags will not be this big when you first start. I have maxed out the size of my bags. Your bags when you start will probably be more like, probably like that. Like that's probably the amount of bag space you'll have in total. So you'll, yeah, you might find that's a quality of life improvement that you want to get. Crazy Life just asks, isn't that only if you have Before the Shadow? Actually, no. They've put it in a number of different places. So when you are in the starter areas, Archette has one. If you go to that, when you're in the lodge, that like Hunter's Lodge or whatever, where the one guy is, where the sun is. The quest is called A Little Extra Never Hurts. It's actually A Little Extra Never Hurts 2. But it gives you the writing skill for free. So he has it. In Thorin's Gate, one of the dwarves standing by the big statue has it. And then also, yes, it's also available in the Before the Shadow area from the dwarf blacksmith inside the blacksmith shop. So it's not, I don't think there's an option in Kellendim. And there's not one in the Shire. But basically, but anyway, the two, the one in Archet and the one in Thorns are only available during the intro, but the one in Swanfleet is available anytime by anybody, so you can always pop in there and get it. Yeah, it's so cool. There's the wiki page. Oh, thank you. Has more detail about this because I was also very frustrated with having to try and look for this information all the time. So I made sure the wiki was like had it and was very clear. So most of the information was already there. I just did a little tidying. So yeah. Anyway, so yes, you can get the writing skill for free now, which is great. Ah, yes, new person. The LOTRO wiki, so it's lotro-wiki.com, is really great. It's fantastic. Has so much information there. It is fan updated and maintained. Like it's a whole fan website. It's not under the auspices of SSG or anything. But man, it's so good. So I definitely recommend if you have questions, check that. If you put in like the name of the quest that you're having, like if you're having trouble with the quest, like figuring it out or not knowing what to do, where to go, the LOTRO wiki, if you put in the exact quest name, it'll pop right up for you. You can also do like just to use your web browser. I do that sometimes, and I'll just be like LOTRO wiki, Kellendim, and it'll find that page for me. So really handy stuff there. Okay, let's see. Linda Honche is like, yes, but can we talk about wardrobe? I don't know what you're talking about. Says she who has her wardrobe maxed out in spaces. And remember when, I don't know if they added like 5 more 10 slot chunks to the wardrobe. So I bought all of those when that was available because that was like a limited time offer or something like. I'm like, I'm on it. So that's, yeah, I'm up to 370 capacity in my wardrobe. I'm trying so hard not to max it, like not to put everything in there, because I want to make sure I leave room for the things that are like super, super cool. So, but yeah. Oh my gosh, we always need more room for the wardrobe. I would love to see, now this is, okay, this is my thing. So you know how we have like the collections panel and we've got, so we've got our pets, we've got the mounts, and we've got the emotes here, plus the stable masters, but that looks different. So that's not what I'm talking about. But say, okay, so we've got like our emotes here and it has like the entire list of what you have, but then also like what I don't have is also listed here and I can look at it, right? I would love to see them do something like this, but for wardrobe. I think that would be so cool if they just used somehow like this sort of system. So it would show me all of the wardrobe things that you can get through festivals and quest items and all of that. So it would be really big, but, you know, and yeah, and be able to like check it by type, and then like here, how we have, you know, so you could have the ones that you just actually have in your wardrobe collection. And then now the only thing that would be kind of difficult is colors, because you know how you can dye things in the wardrobe. But if each thing, like if there was something how I could click on this wardrobe item and then maybe there was like a thing where I could apply dye to it and it would just like check it for me. So then, you know, it would be basically, I'd be unlocking that color on that item. So I don't know. I think this would be a cool way to do it. Technologically wise, I don't know if this is even possible. I just think it'd be a way to get away from the wardrobe system, which seems to somehow be, you know, difficult to work with in terms of expanding and adding without extra, you know, so all that. So hey Ponton, how are you? We've been doing giveaways the whole time. Oh right, sorry, I got one more to do. Not one more giveaway, but I mean one more mission. So here's the scoop. I'm going to do one more mission and then I'm going to sign off. Before it's going to sign on, he's going to start his stream and we will keep doing giveaways during his stream as well. Sid the coach says interacting with that kind of a database would surely crash the server. I would hope not. Okay, let's see. Egg Arthur says if you don't get the writing skill in the intro, you need to go to Mossward, which is in Swanfleet. There is a swift travel from Bree. And if you don't have swift travel unlocked, you can use the writ of special passage that you get as a reward for reaching level 6. Isn't that nice and convenient how that kind of all fits together? It's almost like they thought about it that way. So yeah, anyway, so we're talking about storage and cosmetics and all of those things. All right. Let's see. Crazy Life says, loving the pet names. Yeah, we were playing around with pet names earlier. Let's see, what do I have mine? Oh, I have Shadu, and you have Nachtslak. Nachtslak. So we've named our stuff Dutch, using Dutch words, because we enjoy being in the Netherlands, and we're trying to learn Dutch, and so having our pets with Dutch names in the game, it kind of reinforces some of our vocabulary learning. So, yeah, and yes, Dame Hypatia, as you point out, that the Dutch word Nachtslak is going to be very close to the German word, which is Nachtschneck. Yeah, I have noticed that I know people say that Dutch and German are so different, which they are different. Like there's obviously, difference every second. The way the spelling is done, the way the pronunciation is done, but man, they are so close sometimes. It's like well, I can't think of a good example at the moment, but like in English, July, and in Dutch, it's Juli, and it's Juli versus July. Like it's the same word, it's just a different pronunciation slightly. Like, yeah. So I know Dutch people and German people get all huffy when I say the languages are very similar to me, but there's like, I can listen to a Dutch person saying things, or I can watch German. I can see German things happening, or I can hear a German person talking, and I'm like, I get part of that now. And I haven't taken German. So the only way I'm getting this is because of my English and my Dutch knowledge. So I would say that there are definitely some overlaps in pronunciation and usage and things like that. Now, it reminds me a little bit of when I was in high school, I took French, and a friend of mine was taking Spanish. And we would get on the phone together and do our homework at the same time. And she was like a year ahead of me. So she was like in Spanish 2 and I was in French 1. And we would do our homework together, and we were able to like help each other out. Even though Spanish and French aren't the same, but there was enough overlap where it was the same kind of thing, where like either it was spelled very similarly or it was pronounced very similarly. Like we were able to help each other out. So I think there's some like that with Dutch and German. Obviously it's not the same language. Yeah, like Lord Zach Bora says, and hello, by the way. And he says hi to you too. Like banana is similar, right? You have banana in English, you have banan in Dutch, and I'm guessing banane in German. Do you pronounce the E? I'm not sure. So yeah. So I think it's funny because, yeah, people will see things that we're doing and they're like, wait, is that Dutch or is that German? We tend to name our pets Dutch names. Although my character Rosenbloom, I just kind of threw some letters together, and it turns out it's a little bit closer to a German spelling than what you would expect in Dutch, but that's okay. Something attacked me. Yeah. It poked me in the butt. He touched the butt. It's from Finding Nemo. All right. Yes, Crazy Life does point out that sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's completely different. That is true. I have seen that. We've been to Germany a couple times, and it's really funny because we can like walk down the street and see like the shop names, and we're like, oh, that's a familiar word, yeah. So it's really interesting. And yes, Sid the coach with a bunch of false friends as usual. Absolutely. I actually ran into that with fine and good, because basically if I was to say, yeah, that's fine, that's kind of a lukewarm response. And if I was to say, yeah, it was good, like that's kind of a little more upbeat than fine. And yet, for the Dutch, it's the opposite way around. So good is okay, and fine is like, yeah, that was better. And that threw me off in terms of usage. So things like that. Let's see. So yeah, Lord Zakbor says, yesterday I learned the plural of moose is moose because it's from American native Algonquin. All right, there we go. Let's see. Oh, Moobot has put in there the latest expansion for soundtrack for Before the Shadow. So SSG has been working really hard to put the soundtracks online on YouTube from the game. So you can listen to the music of the game over on YouTube. So that's really neat. So Before the Shadows music is now there. So let's see. Carter says, talk about the bananas, ordered a banana Weizen beer in Germany once and really regretted it. Banana beer doesn't sound good at all. Now I had like a chocolate beer one time. That was interesting. But anyway, all right, so we're gonna hopefully finish up this thing. I'm really not good with these mirrors, and I'm just letting B4 do all the work here because I'm like, I don't know. Oh, mission complete. Yay! Well, that's good.
I was thinking we had 4 of them.
A dwarf scout has arrived to escort you back to the halls of Matugard.
What's he doing here?
I don't know. Like, hey, crazy guy. You figured out how to open the vault. Let's return and report your success. Yay! Oh, Idowin asks, are the codes sent out after the stream? No, B4 sent out the codes as people won them. You should have gotten a whisper. Double check your whispers from here in wherever we are, Twitch. Okay, and you just got a whisper from B4 to confirm that. If you're not seeing that, sometimes you have to refresh to get that to come, to get the whispers to come through. Yes, so if there's anybody else who won today during my stream and did not receive your code yet, definitely refresh to try and get your whispers to show up, because all of the communication has been done by B4 to you. Oh, good. Now you see it. Awesome. So if anybody else doesn't have their code, definitely try that. And then I'm going to be signing off here in a moment. And B4 will be coming on and doing his stream called Pluggin' Along, where he is working on LOTRO plugins during the stream. So a little less running around than during my streams, for sure. But it's like, anyway, so yeah, but good times nonetheless. And LOTRO questions of all sorts are always welcome. I've started actually tagging my streams on Twitch with beginner friendly. So yeah, so yours will probably still, it'll probably still be beginner friendly because you have to remove it to make it go away. So anyway, so yes, it is obviously our streams are beginner friendly. So feel free to ask any questions that you might have during the stream. And I don't think our cable's long enough for that cat cam to hook it up to you as well. Yeah. So, alas, you will have to enjoy the last few moments of the cat cam.
I can just take a picture of it and then throw it into mine.
There you go. I'll just take a screenshot and yeah.
You won't tell the difference.
Yeah, that's true. If she doesn't move, you can't tell the difference. Oh, can you see her breathing? Oh yeah, there she is. You can see it. She's like, ooh. Let's see. Let me unlock it. There you go. The quality content you're here for. Watching a cat sleep. Oh, there was a question. I see the cactus stuff. Oh, Okay, yes, before I go, actually, and y'all can keep this chat going while I'm gone, because I'll still be in the chat while we're switching from one to the next. But Naki Varan asks, is there any special difference between servers going to go choose? The answer to that, in short, is that each of the servers kind of has its own personality based on the people who are there and who tend to congregate there. So, so that's the short answer to get you started. A slightly longer answer is back when LOTRO first started, it was run by Turbine, first of all, and there were two sets of servers, like physical servers. But this was back when physical servers meant more than all the virtual stuff they can do now. And so there was a group of servers that was located physically in Europe and another group that was located physically in the United States. And they were maintained by two different groups. One was Codemasters and one was Turbine. Later on, and now it's under Standing Stone Games, and all the servers are co-located in the United States, but the technology between them is still slightly different. So if you start on one of the EU servers, you can transfer your character to any of the other EU servers if you find that you want to be on a different server. Same thing with the US servers. You can transfer to any of the other US servers, but you cannot transfer between them. So if you're on EU, you can't go to US, and if you're on US, you can't go to EU. So just keep that in mind, because that is something that comes up. All right, I'm going to log off. I'm going to go find, there's a wiki link to that gives a little bit of explanation of the different servers, but it doesn't really get into the personalities of the servers. So yeah, so the first question that a lot of people are going to ask you is what time zone that you are in or were likely to be playing during, because that might impact when people are going to be online, and so therefore when you might find people to play with. You know, do you want to do like role playing? Like a group of us that are in the chat enjoy playing Hobbits, and we role play those Hobbits on Fridays over on Laurelin. Do you like engaging in listening to bands? Because there's a whole music scene in LOTRO. It's crazy. It's wonderful. And that is very strong over on Landreval. If you're looking for like just a gob ton of people, Evernight's a good place to go. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to log off, y'all, and we can keep this conversation going in the chat, and absolutely keep asking questions, and people will answer your questions too. So have a fantastic week, everybody. Enjoy those codes. We have some more to give away on before stream. I'll find out how many when I switch over. I'm going to go grab dinner also. So have a fantastic rest of your week. Make sure you take care of each other, and as I always say, stay in touch with that Hobbit side of your heart. All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.